guys, thanks for tuning into my channel. This is Synetta. You may hear my Google Maps lady talking to me. I'm on my way to an event and I did my face. Just a quick, easy spring makeup look. If you want to see how I put this easy look together, definitely stay tuned. I collaborated with Shay. Me and Shay have been trying to connect.
Continue on Dodge Street for 1 mile.
We have been trying to connect for a couple of months now, I think. So Shay loves to collaborate. I call her the queen of collaboration. So if you want to collab with Shay, definitely reach out to her. I'm sure she would be open to it. We did a beginner spring makeup look because Shay is new to makeup. She just recently started wearing makeup, but you wouldn't really be able to tell because she does a really good job. So definitely check out her look. Okay, guys? All right, I will see you guys later. Okay, you guys, so I started off by laying down some oil control lotion. And this technically could act as my primer as well for my foundation, but I just put this on just as an extra barrier to keep the shine away. It's kind of starting to get warm outside. So this is the little travel size from MAC. I really like it. I purchased this probably twice already. And these little tubes last quite a while. But the primer I am going to use, I'm going to also use an oil control primer. This one's by Lancome, and I just like any primer that doesn't have oil in it. So oil-free primer. And I'm just going to put that all over my face. And I've gotten to the point where I'll just put it on my lids as well, as opposed to using a separate primer for my lids. I'm going to do some concealer, and I like to conceal underneath my eyes, and depending on how much sleep I got, sometimes these are more pronounced. My bags under my eyes, discoloration on top of my lids. And this is just a creamy concealer from NARS. It is my favorite concealer. And I just dab that in with my fingers. And then I'm going to take this skin tone shadow from NYX. It's called Dance the Ties, on a big fluffy brush. And set that concealer in place on my lid. I won't set it underneath my eye because I'm going to put my foundation on. And then when I set my foundation, I'll set it all together. Okay, so I already did one eye. And I didn't use tape to give me that precise crisp line. So when I don't do that, I just take a Q-tip and just clean up and kind of get the same effect. I always put my foundation on last because of this. I want a nice crisp line right there. It doesn't have to be stark crisp, but when I use tape, it does end up being real sharp. So I'm going to show you with a piece of tape, and then I won't have to do that cleanup. I just remove the tape. So from the Reveal 2 palette, I'm just going to dab my brush, just load my brush up with that rose color. Real pretty color. I like this color because it goes with anything. I'm going to spray it with some Fix Plus. And that just helps so it won't fall out on my face. Minimal fallout, and then it helps it to stick to my lid. And I'm just going to press. I don't swipe it on. If I swipe, it's little swipey motions, but I like to just pat it on. I have hooded lids, meaning that my crease, the skin above my crease, comes over onto my it transfers. Color from my lid transfers to this fleshy hood above my crease area. I do not like that, but it just does that. So I have to be careful with how I lay down my shadow. And sometimes it's inevitable. It will transfer. And I just put on another layer just to intensify the color. I usually don't do more than 2 layers. But sometimes I have to go back and add more. When you put in your crease color, you may lose some shadow, and I'll show you that in a second. So next, I'm going to put in my transition color, which technically I could have done that or should have done that first. There's no rules to this. You can do it however you want. And I tend to put my lid color down before I put my transition color down. But this is one of my favorites. It's Burnt Umber by Coastal Scents, and I've used it a lot. As you can see, I'm hitting pan on it. And then I just take this, and I literally, where you feel your eye socket, I literally just brush that into that socket to go along my crease there. And then right here out in the corner, that outer V, I like that to be a little darker. So I'll take a denser brush. This is called the Outer V brush by Makeup Geek. And I usually buy brush sets, but every once in a while I'll buy an individual brush depending on what I'm wanting it for. I love this little Outer V brush, and I'm going to dip it into that dark color right there and place it right in the corner. It's that little Outer V area. Add a little more. And then I'm going to pick up that fluffy brush again that I originally put that Burnt Umber on with and blend that out. And then the top of that needs to be blended out. I mean, I'm blending it out, but I need another color from here all the way to my brow bone. I don't typically use a brow bone color, so I'm going to take this color right here. It's called Oktoberfest. It's real similar to Max Brown Script. It's like a burnt orange. I just like to take that on that same brush and blend out the top of that transition color. And then what's left, I take it all the way up. I didn't really lose any lid color that time, but sometimes I do. And if that's the case, then I just add some more on my lid. And then I'm going to add some mascara and eyeliner, and that'll really help my eyes pop. And I'm going to do that offline because I need to get closer up into the mirror. Okay, so I put on, this is my absolute favorite eyeliner. It's by L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner. It doesn't smudge. At least for me it doesn't. And then I put on the L'Oreal Miss Mango. I like the Miss Mango mascara, but I don't like this one. I like the one in the pink. But I am all out. So anyway, I have on my tape, and I just want you to see how that's just a crisp line. And this one not so much, but it doesn't matter. And I don't really, sometimes I don't like it to be as crisp, so I'll kind of just blend it out and get rid of that tape line. Okay, so this is a BB cream. Well, actually it's a CC cream, Cover and Care cream by CoverGirl. It says even skin tone, and it's oil free. I always try to go with something that says oil free. And when I first started wearing foundation, because I went many years only wearing powder, I did start off with just something light. In fact, all of my foundations do feel light on the skin. So I'm just going to put this on top of this is a stippling brush from Real Techniques, and I like this a lot. And it looks dirty, but it's the end of the week, and my brushes are, you know, they've been used. You use them one time and they look dirty, but they're not dirty necessarily. So I just stipple that all into my skin. Little stippling motions. And then I'll give it a good buff. And I'll go kind of over where I put my concealer. And this is a good match for me. It's called Sheer Espresso. I like it a lot. And I think that's okay. I'm not really close up to the mirror as I should. And then I'm going to set that with a powder. And I have several different setting powders, but the one that I like, and I need to replace it because I've hit pan completely on this. And this is Makeup Forever's Dual Matte. And I like this because it keeps me matte. I like a matte, but I'm kind of leaning more toward liking a luminous as well, like a kind of a shine, but not oily. I have to be careful in the warmer months to try and stay as matte as possible. And I'm just kind of loading my brush up with this. And I love this brush. It's by Real Techniques, and I don't know what it's called, but it's just a big fluffy brush. And so I have a lot of powder on here, and so I'm just going to press that powder into my skin. I want to press it in and not sweep it on because I don't want to move my foundation, but I just want to set it into my skin. Nice smooth finish. So I'm gonna add a little contour and blush. I don't always contour my face, and when I do, it's not a crisp contour. This is an angle brush by Coastal Scents. I love Coastal Scents brushes because you can get them in sets, and they're nice brushes. So anyway, this is a bronzer that I actually just put into my contour line. It's not a contour powder per se, it's a bronzer, but I just put it in my contour line, which I have natural contour lines because I have hyperpigmentation right where my contour goes. Do the fish face. And right where it sinks in, that right under there, that's where you want to place your contour powder or bronzer. I don't go all up on my forehead and all of that. And I take what's left and then put it on my cheeks. Add some more. Sorry, my nose is itching. Take what's left and put it on my cheeks. And the reason why I do that is because the blush that I'm wearing is really light. It's like a real pretty rose color. It's called Terrasol by Milani. It's an old one. And so with that bronzer being underneath it, it helps the blush to stand out just a little more on my skin tone. I just want a little color on my cheeks today because my eyes aren't necessarily bold, I wouldn't say, but my lipstick is going to be bold. Okay, good enough. And so that's it for my face besides my lipstick. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with a finishing spray. And I always use a finishing spray just to lock everything in. And the one that I like, there's two that I really like. e.l.f. It's called Makeup Mist and Set. You can pick this up at Target or wherever they sell e.l.f. products. e.l.f. is kind of showing up in other different drugstores and stuff, but I always pick it up at Target. And then Wet n Wild, I got this at Walgreens. And this is relatively new, Photo Focus setting spray. And I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. It's my favorite. So I hold it away from my face and then kind of just spray it and let it fall on my face. I don't spray it directly onto my face. And then my lipstick, an oldie but goodie. I'm wearing Flat Out Fabulous today. A real bright, summery, springy pink. But I wear it any time of the year. I just didn't wear it for a while though. It's kind of drying out. It's a matte, so kind of feels a little drier, but I don't like matte lipstick. I like matte lipstick, but I always wear a gloss on top. I like the staying power of a matte lipstick, but I always put a gloss on top. And I could have lined that, but I'm gonna put a gloss on top. I'll be okay. This is a NYX butter gloss called Sugar Cookie, and it's like a Sugar Cookie is like a sheer pink. So it's not going to change the color of my lipstick. I have like a natural line around my lips. So I don't really be caring about lining my lips. It does depend. If I'm wearing a nude, some colors I have to put on a liner, okay? But that one, I think I'm okay. And that is my look. I'll give you a better, I'm gonna finish, you know, getting ready. And then once I get outside, I will try and give you a better look of my face in daylight. I'll be back. Okay, so this is the finished look. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'll see you next time.